Alright, let's do another vlog. This time we're going to try to do a better vlog. I know yesterday when I recorded my vlog, it was really bad quality because I had the wrong ISO settings. So let's open the garage door. Let's have a conversation about a few things. Got my hug drink, and we got Julie's car, and we've got my car, and we have a really nasty wet day. So we're not going to be doing a vlog inside any of these. We're not going to be driving around, but we are going to have a conversation. Let me double check and make sure that the view is good here. Let's see. All right, looks like the angle's good. So we're gonna go ahead and talk. Well, first, let me show you guys the awesome roof wrap that Exclusive Maker just did. Here's how it looks. Hopefully it shows up pretty well on the camera. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Changes the colors up top. It has a really nice muted, like slate gray, bluish tint to it. And of course the red, it kind of fades into the rest of the image. Really kind of changes my car. And also matches the red interior. The red seats on the Corbos, so I can leave those. All right, so we got a few things to talk about. One is the new tune on my car. Let me go ahead and open this up. Please excuse the mess in the garage. We need to clean it up. We've had a lot of events the past few days. And pop the hood here, pop my hood, and I guess we don't really need to pop Julie's hood. You know what a Procharger looks like. Let me have a drink. So, if you've been following social media, my car just recently got dyno tuned by Chase Hargis at Power Lab. Drove it all weekend in like 100 degree temps, 95 degree temps. Drove great, drove like it was fall. Never noticed really any heat soak. Obviously I'm not going like super wide open throttle everywhere I go, but the car felt really strong. The car dynoed 741 and 575 torque on pump gas and butane. So the way the tune is designed right now, it is running off of pump gas and the addition of butane, and if it doesn't detect the butane, it actually pulls timing so that it is safe. But it's designed that way so that when I'm out having fun or plan to have fun, possibly, I'll toss a can of butane in. If I'm on a road trip, I just run the regular 93 gas and just drive it like normal and get to my destination. So obviously, for you guys that have been following me for a long time, my car has had anywhere from dynos from 449 all the way to the max right now, 741. This car has seen it all. My last good dyno on the Procharger setup on my car was 593. So that was the last known really good dyno on this car on pump gas. Julie just recently pulleyed down a month or so ago, and we actually, you know what? Let me pop her hood because I'm going to show you guys some of the horrible. Well, most of it's been taken out, but the previous installer for the nitrous system did a really bad job on it, and it caused. God, this hood's so light. This carbon fiber hood is so good. I need one. And for those of you that want to know what kind of hood this is, it is a Vis racing hood. So yeah, as you can tell, all the nitrous has been pulled out of this car. The previous installer for the nitrous, some of it still needed to be repaired. There's this wire tap going into the coil pack. The previous installer, it was not a shop. It was someone that we knew, tapped into the coil pack, and there's like a wire tap coming out of there. We need to get it fixed. So anyways, with the P1SC1, ID 1050Xs, and a Kenny Bell boost pump, and I can't remember, I think a 3.4 pulley, Julie put down, I believe, 620 something, I think. So quite a decent amount more over what I had on my car. But I've driven her car and I've driven my car, and I'm kind of wanting to give you guys an idea of the differences between the two when you're driving. If you're on the fence between a Procharger or you want like a TVS or like a Whipple, like a VMP, or I don't know, the other ones, the Roushes. I would say Roush is kind of on the lower end as far as how much power you can get out of them. I'm sure there's guys out there that have ported ones, or they pull you down really hard and make some big power. But I'm just talking about like out of the box when you buy it. There's people that get really good luck off the Whipple tunes. The Prochargers are good. Now, Julie has actually sold this Procharger system. It's going to a good buddy of ours. He's buying it. It's going to be going to a good home. Now, Julie has come across a great deal working with Vortec and Paxton. She's going to be putting in a polished Paxton 2200 SL system on this one. And I think she's going to be going for like mid to high sixes on hers. But the problem is she needs to be careful. She's still on the stock clutch. So yes, Julie is going to be moving to a Paxton 2200. I'm keeping my Whipple. I am very happy with that setup. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, for those of you that follow me longer than Instagram, know that on my 2005 Mustang GT, I had a Paxton 2200 as well. A 3-valve. It put down 496. That's the limit for the kind of 3 valves for the connecting rod, stuff like that. Bren speed tune. And the car's still running today. The head unit is still running. It's a really good blower. So, with that being said, back to the original topic of Procharger versus Whipple, or Century versus that type of blower. There's pros and cons to each. On the road, when you're daily driving your car, I can at least speak to the Procharger side. A lot of tuners will tell you that inside the Procharger intercooler, where the MAF is housed, there's a lot of air turbulence inside the intercooler that makes it a little bit harder to tune for. So when that becomes the case, there's some small drivability issues, some weirdness when you're driving. You eventually get used to it. I know I did when I went from like JLT intake and a tune to the Procharger. There were a little bit of drivability issues that weren't major, but it was just enough for me to notice some weirdness. I thought maybe something was wrong, but it really isn't. You get used to it. The car drives pretty good power. Now, when it comes to the Whipple, from Lund tune and Chase's tune, they're both very similar in drivability, great drivability. It drives when you're out of boost. It drives completely stock. Now, I have a 132 millimeter monoblade big throttle body from Whipple, the stage 2 throttle body. Some people say the monoblade stuff is harder to tune for. It drives like bone stock when you're out of boost. When you're just driving around town, it's mannered, well mannered. There's no issues as far as getting around town, driving around. Now, when it comes to power delivery, the way Centuries work is, and I'll be honest with you, when I went to the Procharger, I know I had an early on tune. I felt like I lost a little bit of torque down low when I went to the Century blower. A lot of that can deal with the cam timing, the tuning or whatever. So this was really early on in the S550 boosted game. I think Lund was very new to the Gen 3 or Gen 2 Coyote, and just things were a little weird at first, and I gained more power a year or so later when they revised my tune. So when you're driving around a Century car, especially with the big red valve, the P1SC, it feels somewhat normal, but like you can tell, sometimes there's a little bit of surging. And when you mat the gas, the valve shuts, and you feel that boost kind of kick in. It's almost like a turbo. You feel all the power all the way up top. So to get the most out of your Century blower, you have to rev it out. to get what I want, to move around traffic, to drive around town, to have a little bit of fun. I don't have to push the blower as hard. It's really kind of on tap. That torque is on tap. Street drivability, in my opinion, hands down goes to the Whipple. It's a lot more fun with a lot less needing to really get onto it to get the power. Both of them kind of give a really good driving experience. Like with the Procharger, you get, you know, the sounds of the blower, the air rushing out constantly from the engine bay with the red valve. And with this, it's more of a muted drive around town. Like it's a very sleeper type setup. You can hear the blower a little bit, but if you're not used to it, there's no front mount intercooler. You hear the exchanger fans. Eventually I'm going to take those out. But you hear the fan, sounds like radiator fans. And you hear kind of like a little bit of the blower whine, but it's not like crazy. Until you get into the throttle. Now, when you get into the throttle, you can really hear the blower whine pick up. As you can see, I got the Sean Foster whine mod. Makes it a really good... Both of them have really great driving experiences. If you want like that blower sound, that Cobra type, you know, supercharger whine, Whipple or VMP, those can give it to you, especially with the Sean Foster whine mod. If you want more of like the, hey, you know, I'm here all the time, like, you know, look at me coming down, I sound like a jet coming down the road, the Procharger really gives you that feel, especially with the red race valve. The red race valve is really overkill on this setup, but it really gives you that driving experience that says, you know what, I spent a lot of money to put this under my hood, and, you know, that kind of gives you that type of driving experience. So, you know, with that being said, like, which one do I like at the end of the day a little bit more? I do really love my Whipple. You know, this was originally Ray Butcher's Whipple on Falcor. It is on my car now, and I've been enjoying it. It's got fresh oil. It's all been kind of refreshed, and I hope it lasts a long time just because I don't see myself really getting rid of it anytime soon. Now, when it comes to traction, it's been hit or miss. Sometimes I've been able to stab it in third, it'll hook. But a lot of times I really kind of just ease into the pedal. But when the tire is hot, the G2 still somewhat hook. With 575 torque and 740 wheel, it still somewhat hooks at the top of third. Now, it doesn't do it consistently. 40 mile an hour, it's kind of out. There's no way I can really hook at 40. But for the most part, I can't complain. Those G2s are a really good performer. Like, I cannot complain, especially for the price. They're not bad at all, especially for a daily tire. Now, I don't mind slipping a little bit just because I have stock half shafts still. So does Julie. But, you know, eventually later down the road, we're wanting to build the trans a little bit. We're wanting to do the drive shaft, and we want to do half shafts in the back. Once that's complete, I'll put a sticky tire on it. Might take it to the drag strip. I want to see what it runs. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens after that. But that's a little later down the road. I'm going to do some more videos about that later. I'm trying to keep you guys updated on what's going on with our cars. But Power Lab tuned the car, and it did really well. And I'm super happy with the outcome. It's a really fun car to drive. So I'm excited about Julie getting her Paxton in the next month or so. That's coming down the pipeline. It's going to be kind of sad getting rid of the Procharger. It's kind of been with me since like the start of my, I don't know, when I started getting serious with Instagram. And it was kind of a dream blower to have. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, on to bigger and better things, to say the least. My overall Procharger experience was pretty good. I don't have a lot of complaints. I think there's certain things on the system I think that could have been designed a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. I'm not an engineer in that aspect. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really don't know what else I can really answer as far as Procharger versus Whipple. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment for me below and I can actually type it out. I'll try my best to answer all the comments. Hope you guys like the new roof wrap. The other thing I'm considering to kind of finish the look is possibly whatever hood, if I do end up getting rid of this hood or keeping this hood, kind of in the center area here, do some sort of design that kind of carries it down. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I don't think I have really anything else to say, except I hope you guys like this video. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll try to answer them when I can. You guys take it easy. Bye.